Hi, now in this lesson what I want to do is talk about changing a lesson page. A lesson page would be these kind of lessons here. We have the introduction, then we have the lesson, and the student clicks on this and it opens up and they are able to read through the lesson. Now because of the images or maybe some text, it is possible to simply click on this ×2, and then what you can do is create a duplicate, so then you can work on one, and if anything happens you still have a copy, and then when you finish you can delete the copy. And so let's begin with possible approaches to the Bible. The first thing I would suggest is you do open the page and just have a look at it, because I like to use images in the text here. Again, it lightens up and it makes it more interesting. Now when it comes to translation, of course, it may be that some of these images are inappropriate and you may want to create some of your own that you may feel fit more. That's fine. Some of these have English writing on them, and what you can do if you want to edit them is to double click them, and then you can save the image onto your computer and modify it in any way that you feel will be helpful. And so after you've got an idea of the basic layout, then you come back to the screen here, you click the little hand with a pencil and it opens it up into the editing screen that you're becoming familiar with. And so you would type in the new name, translated name, and the description, and then page content is what you would need to change. And so presumably you have the text that you want to have here on Word or something, so you can simply delete this and then copy in the text that you want to copy in. Remember, they do provide a special option here to paste from Word, where you can copy in the text that you want to copy and then insert it. So let's do that. We can paste in the text and insert this, and then you would need to go through and edit it just in the area of formatting. Sometimes there's extra spaces that come in that we don't need, and you would work your way through so it looks nice, all the way through removing these extra spaces that appear sometime, and then formatting this in whatever way you would like to. Again, let me say, it should be consistent with the way you're doing pages, so when the students come in they see the same thing. That's really quite important. And then when you've done this, you want to put the images in, and you would go to Finder. Now if you were to upload your own images, or if you've edited any, then you would upload those as here with the browser, finding it on your computer and then uploading it by clicking the upload file, and that will upload. Or you go to the server files, and there you should see the images that were there, and yet they can be put back in. So let's say it's this one Ray wasn't the author. I'm not sure why that's doing that, why that's there. These actually were created by a School of Graphic Arts in Kona when I was there. So we select this file and then we can rename this. Now let's remember to give this an inscription, whatever title you want to give this. I'm sure there's a better title than that, but there we are. Now we want this to the right, and we want it to be smaller than this, so you set the dimensions approximately, click the indent key, that keeps it about the right proportions. And let me remind you to put in the value of about 5 here. That means that the text doesn't come hard up against it. And then we can insert. And we can check this. You can size it if you want it to be bigger or smaller with these sizing tags on the side. So you would work your way through placing the images where you want them in an appropriate place, continuing to do the formatting, and then when you finish you can click save and display, so you can see your marvelous handiwork and have a look at what it looks like, and if there's any more adjustments need to be made you can go ahead and do those. So then you come back to the particular page. There we are, and when you have made your change you can then delete the one that you put as a backup. Now let me just say on this one here, the introduction to the course, I created some images here which have writing on, and these of course would need to be translated. I made these in Word, and they have these options that you can create something like this. You save it as an image and then you can upload it and it will be translated in your own language.